basketball, but I have a football. Where did you find this again?
I knew that was coming. Ah, I've already got a bad head.
Found this right underneath the Wicker Man's feet in the coast of Scotland.
Oh my god, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you kept it.
That could have been so disastrous. That is an original VHS of the Basketball Diaries, the way it's always been released in the UK. Yes, it's pretty damaged. Very bleak distribution of it. Before Train Spotting, so there was the Basketball Diaries. Leonardo DiCaprio, fresh off What's Eating Gilbert Grape. First independent. Pray the roll, boys.
Same, really?
Well, same label, I become quite rare. Till recently, it's come out on Blu-ray.
I love that cover.
It's cracking a good cover, but it is a flaw. It's MGM. You open it up, and it's white. It's just before Ernie Hudson chucks the basketball at his head. Inside there, the DVD Blu-ray has no extra features, and it's got a little booklet in here. Obviously, you can play it off. Now, that's one of the most iconic pictures of Leonardo DiCaprio from the film. And so it's just production stills, but for it saying it being an exclusive picture booklet, there's not much going on, but it looks fantastic for something from the early 90s. I first seen this in New Zealand, and then it became a bit of a cult film, and then Leonardo DiCaprio became Romeo and Juliet. Obviously he's not going to be fucking Juliet. And then not long after that we had the Titanic, but in between them big hits we had films like Total Eclipse, Marvin's Room, films that no one's obviously even heard of. But this film is probably the main reason, except for What's Eating Gilbert Grape, where Leonardo DiCaprio showed what he could do at such an early age. Young Mark Wahlberg's in this, the cast. So you've got Mark Wahlberg, you've got the kid from Hook.
Lost Boy.
Yeah. You've got Bruno Kirby, that's his name, the Sex Pest. Michael Rappaport's in there as a random cameo. The Ray Liotta's wife from Goodfellas is in this. And the guy gets sicked on from the Goodfellas. Juliette Lewis is in this, who was with Leonardo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Ernie Hudson's in this. There's a lot of famous people just randomly in this movie.
You just kept going, oh, it's him off that. Oh, it's him off that. Oh, it's him off that. Can't speak.
So what do you think? First time viewer? True story as well?
I know. I love anything that's based on a true story. And it was a book. Good, I didn't read it first. I loved it. There was some scenes that I found hard to watch, so I had to turn away.
It's not, I mean, at the time when it came out, it was quite bleak, but it's not as bleak as today's standards, because we haven't done a review for Rules of Attraction yet. And even that, even tiptoed around the bleak. We might do that straight after here, actually. But yeah, it's done well. The soundtrack just got released in the UK this year for Record Store Day. I was not dropping £45 at any independent retailer for it. It was a lot of price, and I think it's just a black vinyl, even though it has dropped down. We might have a look online after here, see what it's going for. Because they're quite music. I mean, he pulled his life around. The story about the movie is there's 4 lads, and they're all a basket. It's Catholic church. And they're the hot shits. They're doing well. The timber town, a bit of crime here and there, and then one night, cocaine gets involved. Cocaine leads to heroin, and they end up losing the scholarships. They end up losing where to live. They end up just with a life of crime.
I just want to know how old he was, because to do that role at such a young age, it was when he went back to his mum's, that whole scene, I was like, oh my god. Yeah,
again, the lad who plays Spider from the Goodfellas, who would also later on be famous in Sopranos, and more recent Old Boy is in there as well. There's some really great imagery. There's a bit where he drops heroin, he's running through the fields. It's very an ambitious movie, and it's well directed. I mean, the performance he gets out of it.
I think we went to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then we've watched that.
Yeah, it's almost like a different actor.
Leonardo
DiCaprio has always been phenomenal in whatever role he puts in.
Blood Diamond.
I wasn't too keen on his accent, I do have that. But stuff like, I mean, going back to Total Eclipse, I watched that, and it's a very set in port times and all that, and it's about a gay relationship with David Lewis, which is a bit Hang on, what's this? I actually have that on VHS somewhere knocking around. But no, it's a really good film.
I actually stayed awake for it. But then I started to nod off and you were like, no, stay awake.
Well, even there, looking on the imagery there as well, the bit with the basketball and the rain, there's some just, especially when the music kicks in, I was like, oh, that's his band now, he's finally formed them, and you hear the lyrics and you go, oh yeah, that's what the story's about. So for looking on Blu-ray, it's a shame it doesn't have any extra features. It's a shame that it literally doesn't even have the fucking trailer. It looks great though. It really looks great. There's a scene where they're in the rain again, just before they play basketball in the rain, and just the blues, the light in his face, the lighting's great. And I felt Mark Wahlberg's really good in this as well. Yeah. They would reunite later on with The Departed and stuff, but it's a very strong film, and it's brilliant to have out. And it's got a nice look.
I just love the colour. Yeah. The colour, the orange.
Going from what it looked like.
It feels really nice as well.
That's what it was originally marketed on to that. It's a completely different kind of look to a film, but that's kind of what you got in the 90s. You had films like Face, very dark VHS covers. That cover in Steelbook would be beautiful. Yeah. But again, I had to buy it. We've got a part of the HMV Black Friday staff discount combo, and we sat up and we actually just powered through it last night.
We did, yeah. I don't know how we did that after working in retail on Black Friday, but yeah, no, I'm glad you made me stay awake for it.
It's normally like she'll see half a film and we never get around to watching it,
and then I'll have to watch the rest of it on my own when he's editing.
So yeah, see you in the outtakes. So the outtakes are now, there is another video, I don't know what that video would be. It's the video when we did the unboxing and Basketball Diaries actually came out of that job lot buy. But this is the only Blu-ray I bought extra today. Kevin Bacon, Robert De Niro, Dustin Hoffman, Jason Patrick, Brad Pitt all unite in a film by Barry Levinson from the controversial bestseller. When I think of Basketball Diaries, this is a New York based movie. It's set in the mid-60s. It's got that throwback to Goodfellas and all that, and it all delivers outstanding performances. Kevin Bacon, top build, and his face isn't even on the box. How fucking weird is that? Kevin Bacon, obviously famous for Tremors back in the day. We've got Robert De Niro, we've got Dustin Hoffman, Jason Patrick, obviously his face had not been seen since The Lost Boys, and all of a sudden he would pop up this and Speed 2. And Brad Pitt, obviously at the end, he was just becoming a massive, huge star as well. So Brittany's not seen this. I haven't spoiled it, but again, when I think of Basketball Diaries, you can't not but think of Sleepless of that era of films. So we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.
Bye.
And now the end is here.